Look at that. Look at the sheer volume of that. Hey everyone, today in this video, I'm going to be checking out the LEVOIT Core 400S Smart Air Purifier. I did purchase this product myself, and any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this product or you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in the video description. Here's a look at the retail box and packaging, walking us through some key features right on the front. We have our controls on the side right here. VSync app information on the other side. On the back, we have a really helpful 3-stage filtration breakout image here, so we can learn more about how that works. And then we're back to the very front of the box. Now let's go ahead, let's open it up and see what's inside. Here are all the contents. First up, we have our product literature consisting of a user guide and manual. So very detailed and thorough, going over everything you need to know about your new air purifier. Next, we have customer service and contact card. If you have any questions, to reach out. They have full service and support for you. And then we have quick start guide right there, walking you through some key features for getting everything up and running and working with the VSync app, connecting your phone, and all the controls on the backside. And again, their customer service and contact information right there. And then last, but definitely not least, the air purifier. Let's go ahead, let's look at that in more detail. Starting with the top, we have a warning sticker here. Make sure to remove the plastic on the filter before use. So we'll peel that off so we can see the control panel right there. Take a look at all of our touch controls and our display. PM 2.5 monitoring right there. This is where all of the clean air is going to exhaust out. We'll look at it from the side. This is rather large, so we'll do it this way so we can see everything. Here's the top, here's the bottom, LEVOIT logo and branding. Grip handle there. Additional info on the back. This is their AirSight Plus right there. Integrated power cord and cable. Other handle, and then we're back to the front. If we move further back here by the power cord, we have our lock and unlock option to get access to the filter. You can see all that right here from the very bottom. So we can just twist this, unlock, and there we go. Here comes the filter. This thing is massive. And then there's a peek inside with it removed. But we do need to take it out of the bag. Here's a close-up of the filter out of the bag. We'll rotate it around for you. You can see the inside there from both sides. Everything looks great. This is massive. And it just slots right back inside the air purifier. And then we can go ahead, we can line this up again with our lock and unlock. Just like so. So now it's locked and we can flip it right back over. Now let's go ahead, let's get this set up the rest of the way. All right, everything's set up. We have the unit plugged in and we have it powered on. Super simple controls right here. Just that touch panel up top to power it on. Let's go through everything that we have here. So from the power button on the left side, we have our timer option. So 1 hour all the way up to, let's see, 12 hours. Pretty great. So nice built-in timer there, so pick and choose what you want. Next, we have our filter reset indicator. We also have our sleep setting here if you want to put it in a sleep mode. Then we have our fan speed adjustments, 1, 2, 3, or 4 to increase the volume. We also have an auto mode here, so you can put it in auto mode. Then we have the option to turn off the display, which is great. So again, if you want to put it in bedtime mode, turn off the display, there you go, you're ready to go to bed. Then we have a lock too, so we can lock the control panel as well if that's something that you're interested in doing. We got the built-in display lock there. If you have children, that's probably going to be something that you're going to want to have enabled. Basically, just hold it down for a couple of seconds and you'll be able to lock it. So 3 seconds. See, now everything's locked and the lock icon is lit up. And then we should be able just to press and hold for a couple more seconds again. And now it just blinked. Now everything else is working again, right? So great to see that. Really responsive and easy to use, and control panel right at the top. For those wondering, you might notice too, in the middle here, we have our PM 2.5 monitoring. So that's what you're seeing lit up right there with the measurement value of 3. I have a couple handheld options here, and we're right within that ballpark. So it's great to see that they're close enough, in my opinion, for any sort of margin of error, 3.6 to 3. So that's pretty cool. And then the one on the desk right here is only showing 2. So it's nice that we have that built in directly on the display with this unit. That's a nice touch to get a feel for the quality of your air in real time. While we're on the topic of controls, let's look at the VSync app to get a better feel for what we're able to do with our mobile device. So first thing we're going to do is enter into our 400S here, and in real time we see the exact same PM 2.5 monitoring right from our phone. We have options to adjust the airflow 1 through 4, auto, or sleep. Then further down, we can actually swipe up. We have our on and off, and it's near instantaneous. We have our schedule, so we can set a schedule here. Choose hour, minute, AM, PM, which days of the week. Do you want it to turn on or off? Which mode do you want it to be in? Do you want the display on or off? All that can be created right there with the scheduling feature. We also have our display on and off. We also have display lock. We have our auto mode settings. There's just a lot that we can configure right here, which is really neat. So I wanted you guys to see that without them being grayed out. But display on or off, child lock, you get the idea. And then here's that auto mode setting, so we can actually choose what we want. Default, quiet, or efficient. Pick and choose. You can customize that. Thought that was really neat. And then smart scenes, if we want to create those smart scenes around our house with other devices, we can do that right there within the app. Also, timer functionality, I didn't mention that. We have the timer control on the unit that goes up to 12 hours, but on here it goes up to 24 hours. And we have 4 quick button options, 1, 2, 4, or 8 hours. We can easily reference those as well. So we unlock some additional functionality with being able to customize the auto button and to get that increased timer length if desired. Next up, performance. How does this perform? First, we're going to look at the decibel level of each individual setting for the fan speed options and our sleep mode to get a better feel for how loud this unit will be across all the settings. And then we'll look at airflow as well. Same thing with the different fan speed options to see how much air we're able to push through this unit. First up, with our sleep setting enabled, we peaked at 39.2 decibels. Honestly, that's about as loud as just the typical room is. Unless you have your ear right up on the unit, you're not going to be able to hear it at all in the sleep setting. You'll hear other ambient noises in your room or around your house. So very quiet on sleep mode. Let's see how it is on the first fan speed setting. The first fan speed setting peaks at 43.9 decibels. The second fan speed setting peaks at 49.5 decibels. The third fan speed setting peaks at 57.6 decibels. And our fourth and loudest fan speed setting peaks at 69.4 decibels. Now on to our airflow measured in feet per minute. We peaked at 236.2 FPM on our sleep setting. On our first fan speed setting, we peaked at 374 FPM. Our second setting gets us to 492.1 FPM. Our third setting gets us to 689 FPM, and our fourth and final or max speed setting gets us to 944.9 FPM. That's really pushing a lot of air out. Pretty cool to see. We're still in sync here. PM 2.5 showing 2 and 2. And for the grand finale, we have our smoke machine here. I like to use this to inject that smoke that you see here into the air purifier air intake and see what, if any of it, is going to be exhausted out the top to see how good of a job it's going to do trapping these particles in the air. This is the best visualization that I can show you guys with that. And you might notice with a little bit of the smoke here, it's already doing a good job pulling that air all through the base here, right? That's how the air is coming in. So when we have that smoke, even just a little bit trickling out of the machine here, around the sides, you can see it actively pulling that air into the base, through the filter, and then up and out. What's cool here too is our PM 2.5 is now at 999. So we stress that out as it's monitoring that. Pretty neat. So anyways, let's go ahead, let's inject some of that smoke in here. We'll see how it does on all the different fan speed settings. So there's the first one, and I'm actually seeing smoke come through. I'm actually surprised that it's making its way through, to be honest. I was not expecting that. So I do see a little bit leaking out. Let's go to our next fan option, setting 2. same thing. I'm seeing more of it coming out. Here's 3. I think we're still getting some out. It's harder to see, I think, because it's dispersing it through the air quicker. And then let's try 4. Yeah, I can see some still coming out. And we'll go back to 1. I mean, man, let me put that on 4 really quick so you guys can see how it's really moving that air. Watch down here. I mean, it's pulling all of that in. Look at that. Look at the sheer volume of that. Really moving that air and circulating it all through the room. I mean, it pulled all of that smoke out. And both units are pretty stressed out here, but dropping rapidly. 99, and that was at 100. Now it's 33 and 8. This one's not going to refresh as fast as this one. But look at that. I mean, it really cleaned it up super quick. So let me share with you my final thoughts. Here's what you need to know. You're paying a premium for this product to get the smartphone controls. If that's not something you're interested in, well then don't pay for features you don't plan on using. The touch panel control is fantastic, really easy to use, and overall it moves a ton of air. That's going to be the best benefit of this unit. If you need to cover like a whole floor, large rooms, you'll appreciate having a unit like this to really move that air along. Now, I would say because of that, the filtration isn't as good as I was expecting. I thought for sure we wouldn't see any smoke come through here. So the pro is you're going to move a lot of air through it. The con would be some of those really tiny particles still may make their way through the filter. It's really just going to depend on a case-by-case basis, but that's going to be the compromise. Cover a greater area and still purify the air, but maybe not to the same degree as some smaller units with an even better filter. Controls are great, it's quiet, everything works as it should. In the future, I'd love to see a built-in nightlight that we can turn on or off, and an option to use this as a diffuser for essential oils, things along those lines. They have other models that have those features, so it'd be nice to see it trickle to this higher end model as well. Maybe even a UV light too for additional sterilization.